So, on the off chance that you're new here, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are regulars here, this is the first reaction video I've done for Hunter the Parenting. Or at all, for that matter. Apparently there are people in this world who want to see me do react content, and by some people I mean 80% of the people who bother to engage with my community posts. I've had comments from people who make Hunter the Parenting, saying that they'd want to see reaction content, and when you're at that stage you kind of just go, alright. So I decided to record myself reacting to chapter 5.1, got cold feet, asked if people were interested, got told to stop being a child, and well, here we are. You might be wondering why I'm starting with chapter 5.1 if that's the case. And that's because I've watched pretty much all of Hunter the Parenting to a frankly alarming degree. I've also made multiple videos on it. I'm also fairly sure that I'm the person who popularized the Grimmel is the Ghoul theory, so yeah, I'm not sure I can deceive you on this. So here's how this is going to work. I'm fairly knowledgeable about World of Darkness, and typically when I don't know something, I'm able to find out information on it relatively quickly through the ancient art of Google Fu, knowing what to look for and having enough understanding to figure out where to begin looking. I'm also more of a video essay channel, you're going to find out why in a bit. So you're going to be seeing my first time reaction to the episode, and towards the end you'll see the thoughts I have after, in my normal style. I'll explain the various factions and groups, what's going on, and who or what any of these people are. So if all you're interested is my analysis of the episode and you just want me to fucking suffer, I guess, then you can just go to the end and get that. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a reaction channel, and I didn't exactly have a ton of time to prepare for this. I don't do face cams, so the best that I could manage was this layout and bouncing avatar. Look at me bounce. This does lead to some relatively dead air reaction-wise, but I am doing this for the first time, so I'm just kind of, well, enraptured by what I'm seeing. So you're going to have to bear with me on that. Alright, let's dive into what is probably a very bad idea, and get started. One day I will be on this list when I am able to afford it, damn you. One day. One day.
Than that hateful region.
Oh, this. Okay, that's interesting. Are we getting something on this? Ooh, I'm okay, if we're getting something on that, then I'm interested. Quite a bit. Hold on, I think I accidentally clicked off of... Yeah, okay, what do we got here? Wait, was that hang on, was that O'Tully's? Sorry, I was looking at like my other screen. Was that O'Tully? Yeah, it's O'Tully's. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I'm like, I'm like 90% sure that Boy and Door were going to O'Tully's after they got locked out of the chapter house. What was did Boy Door? What did you do? What have you done? What have you done? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, please let them have burned it down. Please. It would be incredibly funny.
Damn shame that. We're a bit far away.
Blech! Let the blasted vagabond burn.
Oi now.
What? I despise that establishment.
Come on, mate. O'Tully's ain't so bad.
It is, in fact. If I had the arsonist before me, I'd give him a gold medal for excellent civic service. Oh, shh. They can't hear me, can they?
Nah, mate, they can't.
Tell me! Tell me now!
Well, that escalated quickly.
All right, good.
That escalated.
How many times have I casually used dominate today?
That was the 6th time, Master.
My sobriety vow has failed me!
Okay, I feel like I need to just say it. I love Kevin's voice. I think I don't know how to describe it, but like every time he speaks, like every time he says something like that, his voice is like this weird, like breaking pitch thing, like that. I don't know what it is, but it kind of makes it sound like he's like, I don't know how to describe it. He's just constantly accusing like every sentence is an accusation against reality itself. I don't know what it is. I love this stupid vampire wizard. He's great.
I always feel like Hitler whenever I do this shit. I really need to stop.
Well, okay. Okay, I wasn't expecting that face from... I was... Sorry, that threw me off. I was just going to say, I do find it interesting how Kevin's like the free will advocate, but he constantly uses dominate. Like that seems... That's a bit of a... bit of a mild contradiction there, Kevin, me boy. Anyway, Chapman, what is your horrible face like? And don't... What am I about to witness?
Don't. I love it.
What?
You love being dominated?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. fucking weirdo policeman. I neat. I don't know what else to say. There's no way I can expand upon this further that would not get me immediately hit by the fucking banhammer. Just neat. That's all I've got to say here.
I reflect upon my mistakes sometimes.
Anyways, they can't hear you, mate.
Yes, just as I deduced.
It only projects your voice when you press this button on the radio. See?
The mysteries of the radio no longer confound me, police guy. What boggles my mind is your defense of that blasted burger bastard O'Tolly.
Oh, I don't think...
Kevin's using a lot of alliteration. Like, I know he does this a lot. Like, I think I don't know. I seem to remember him having a lot of alliteration. It's always funny. It's the only point I'm making.
Myself as some sort of Tully's fan. And I mean, is there even an O'Tolly?
There must be. Somewhere out there. Perhaps I'll intimate his existence to DD sometime. For then, if he exists, his order will surely be up.
Criminal
Is there a real McDonald out there? Is there a real McDonald? Who knows? Is there a real Pizza Hut? Mr. Pizza Hut? Is there a real Mr. Is there in fact a real Mr. KFC? Who can say?
Conspiracies aside, I just don't think O'Tolly's is so bad.
Oh, Chapman, you sweet summer child. You have no concept how bad they are. Okay, O'Tolly's are like the demon, like if you know Hunter the Parenting, there's a good chance that you know like their like video on like the introductory primer to World of Darkness where they talked about like there's a chain of restaurants that puts demons into cheeseburgers. That's O'Tolly's. That's who they are. That's who O'Tolly's is. That's like they are in fact that's bad. They really are in fact that bad. Worse probably. Whatever horrible thing you're imagining, O'Tolly's is almost certain. God damn it! I've got the hiccups. However bad you think that this group is, I promise you they are actually in fact significantly worse. It would not surprise me if they were serving human meat. Like, that's how bad this gets. I feel like I remember reading something about that somewhere at some point. I don't actually recall, but, like, it would not surprise me. These people are awful.
I take the kids there every once in a while as a treat. They love it.
Ugh, I forget I'm surrounded by insane patriarchs. Don't you know what that crap does to your innards?
Hey now, I'm not saying it's healthy or nothing.
The staple is literally called the Gutbuster. How do you possibly manage eating 6 pounds of meat in one go?
I don't know, that sounds like a skill issue, Kevin.
Sometimes when the boys do well in class, we reward them with a bit of greasy fast food. What's the harm in that?
Minimal, provided you exercise self-control.
Nope.
Yet somehow, I'm skeptical about my fiending
I just have
tweaker
to turn the
Murderghoul's
AC off.
ability to restrain
Wait,
himself.
what? I'm sorry, I was distracted. I had to turn off my air conditioning because it's bloody hot in this room. What happened? What was going on?
Food. What's the harm in that?
Okay.
Minimal, provided you exercise self-control. Yet somehow, I'm skeptical about my fiending tweaker Murderghoul's ability to restrain himself.
I love Kevin's lines. I really do.
Yet
Look at this.
somehow, I'm skeptical about my fiending tweaker murder ghoul's ability.
I just love how he just like stacks stuff on top of it constantly. It's so funny to me. I don't know why, but it just deeply amuses me.
To restrain himself.
Fiending tweaker murder ghoul.
You got me there, master.
Don't call me that.
Of course, most beneficent.
You're that.
Okay,
Drive me to
Guy
a
is pretty good.
crawl.
Guys,
Right
I
on,
like
Bobby.
Guy here.
Anyways, fuck O'Tollies.
Of
good
course,
riddance,
most
rest in
beneficent
shit.
one.
So it's a food thing? Guess you're more into healthy foods? Oh, well, were?
I was an accountant, dude. One of my main goals was accelerating myself directly into a pine box. What do you think? I merely
That does not
dislike
answer.
the O'Tollies Burger restaurant and disdain their business practices.
Okay.
Any particular reason for that?
Many! Beyond the disgusting food. But I suppose I shall tell you the tale.
Oh, there's a tale. Fancy that.
Are you mocking me?
Well, that would be pretty brave of me, wouldn't it? An addict mocking the only source of his fix.
You say brave, I say stupid.
No, Herbie. I don't think the moon...
I really do love like the I don't know how to put this like in any other way. It kind of reminds me of like the dynamic between Megatron and Starscream, like where one of them is just kind of openly contemptuous and mocking of the other, whereas the other one is just like does anyone get what I mean? Like, does anyone understand? Like, Guy like seems to be taking every opportunity to like screw with Kevin, even though Kevin kind of like seems to like borderline hate Guy, I guess. Like does anyone else getting that vibe? It very much amuses me.
myself. But if I were stupid, I wouldn't be able to cover up all those murders I committed in pursuit of mystic blood narcotics. Be that as it may, I believe you were telling a tale.
Okay, another thing as well I do have to say about Hunter the Parenting's dialogue. Like, if you ever end up reading the wiki, you like pick up all of the terms like, oh, it's ghoul, oh, it's vitae, oh, it's bloody what's another good example? I've completely forgotten all the good examples. Thaumaturgy. We'll go with thaumaturgy, okay? And then like you get into Hunter the Parenting, and they just break those words down to like the most base possible meanings, and then you get stuff like, oh, like a guy's looking for vitae, and it just turns into like Hunter the Parenting just turns it into mystic blood narcotics. Like, it's just so blunt. I love it. Like, there's so many parts of the writing in Hunter the Parenting I just adore. Like, I've mentioned this in another video, but like I am honestly tempted to like just make a sort of follow-along series where I just break down all the ways in which this series is made, because it does fascinate me on like a visceral level. But also like a lot of the things that they do like outside of like the exact creative process, and like just stuff like that. It just amuses me how like they break it down to its barest basics. It's also technically accurate. There's just a lot of work in it that I just find really interesting. I wonder if you can figure out why I don't normally do React content at this point. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Let's keep going.
One I'm very interested in hearing.
Are you planning on putting this in the editorial section of the paper?
I mean, I'll keep it in my back pocket, but also I just think it could be a good bonding exercise. Telling stories about our past here in this long, backward road.
Okay, look, we may be working together, but I've got less than zero interest in developing any kind of bond with the likes of you.
Case in point.
Ah, but I can't help but be bonded to you. That's the, what do you call it? Blood bond, yeah?
Yes? Yeah, are you trying to manipulate me into feeling sorry for you? You chose this, begged me to do it.
I did, and I'm not complaining. I just think we'll be spending so much time together.
Oh my god, fine. I'll tell you my stupid hamburger story.
Lovely.
All right. But it's not going...
I just love the dynamic between these two. Like, again, it reminds me of Megatron and Starscream. Like, they kind of borderline... I suppose it's more like... I suppose I'll stick on the Transformers allegory. Like, it kind of reminds me of this weird merging of Starscream and Lugnut from Transformers Animated, if that means anything to anyone out here. I wonder what the crossover between Transformers and Hunter the Parenting is. But it kind of reminds me of that, I guess. And Kevin in this analysis is just like Megatron, who is just beyond giving a crap either way. Oh god, could you imagine a merging? No, I need to stop this. I've already lost like 15 people from this. Let's go away.
You see, once in my mortal life, I endured several grueling months of employment there.
You poor bastard.
Alas, it was, for I was in uni and needed cash to afford my rent. During those dark days,
yep, I understand.
My intellectual pursuits, my beloved numbers.
That I don't understand. I understand his need for rent money. However, let us take the numbers and burn them in a black hole. Fuck, I hate numbers. I hate maths so much. You don't understand. If something has maths, I actively go out of my way to avoid it. Fuck numbers, and anyone who understands them must be burned at the stake as a witch. Which I suppose in this, that's actually remarkably accurate for Kevin. Baller.
I flipped those fetid burgers, fried those wretched taters, and I crushed cardboard with the scary compactor. A series of endless labors, all for basically no money, just to afford a measly dormitory.
Sounds rough, Herbie.
Fuck you indeed. It was rough. And ever since then, I've not forgotten the indignities of that burger Bordeaux.
Indignities?
Yes. I could afford little else with what they paid me. I had to slake my hunger and thirst on their own creations, given their relatively generous employee discount and all. But heed my warning, Chapman. That gift, too, was a curse. You know that feeling? The one you get after eating especially greasy food. Like, a lot of it?
Yeah?
Imagine that. But all the time.
I feel like he's just describing being in uni, to be honest with you. But being in uni and not knowing how to cook. The good news is I know how to cook now. Might have had the exact same experience as Kevin over here. You do that for you just survive off of like pre-made food for a while, and then you go, wow, this sucks actually. I would have learned how to cook, and then I learned how to cook, and now I can cook. I dislike associating with the vampire because I feel like I'm being called out constantly. Also, I'm pretty confident he just described basic capitalism, but like that's just life living under capitalism, pretty much. Ignore that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just described having a part-time job while living under capitalism. I swear to God, I'm not trying to like make this like a politics thing, but like Hunter the Parenting kind of does this a lot. I had a point somewhere and I've lost it. This is why I do essays.
That's bad, but got to admit, it's not near as dramatic as you.
Oh yeah, that's where I was going with that. Working in those places is miserable and shit, and I hate it. God, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I showing my ass like this? I don't understand what possessed me to think that this was a good idea.
Terrible.
Oh, I'm fucking sorry, officer. Was my funny hamburger exploit not as interesting as my traumatic stint of slavery?
No. Sorry, it's not quite that. It's just, you sort of describing it with the same sense of dramatics as sort of...
No! My life was very boring before I became a vampire. But I'll tell you this much, cop freak. When at last my power is at its apex, it is upon those awful managers who refused to let me call in sick when I had a cold, who asked me to come in on pre-scheduled vacation times. Yes, it is they who shall first taste the wrath of the great and mighty Heaven!
Case in point, I would do the exact same thing.
Mate, not to take the wind out of your sails or anything, but for a lad that power trips as much as you, it's strange it took you this long to join the police force.
What the hell is that supposed to be? I don't power trip.
Kevin, you casually dominate people on a regular basis. You You do power trip a little bit, just a little bit, slightly. It's very funny. Keep doing it, but yeah, you do.
You call yourself the great and mighty Kevin?
Also that.
Because I'm a powerful vampire wizard.
You are?
Right. But, megalomania aside, if you want power and autonomy, the police department ain't a bad way to go.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm sure constant contact with random people during the worst days of their lives for decades doesn't lead to people becoming ill-adjusted freakazoids. Look at how normal and healthy you are.
Oh, you got me there, Herbie.
I do like the I do love the fact that Kevin, that Kevin just keeps insulting Guy, and Guy just like, fair play. Like he's just completely, he's just fine with it. Just constant. Oh, I've missed that. Like honestly, like with the way that the dialogue is done in this series, there are times where I do genuinely prefer the audio logs because it just focuses on like the back and forth, and the back and forth is just so fun. It's great. Keep going. Give me more.
I'm willing to bet your current gig sure beats flipping burgers.
I mean, I already drink blood. Not much self-respect left to burn joining the pigs, even under false pretenses.
You'll join the vampire supremacists, no problem, but the police force burns your self-respect?
No. Being a fascist is infinitely more embarrassing than being a police officer. Even if there is.
Even if there is a lot of... Yes! Based, Kevin! I knew there was a reason I loved this guy. Based, Kevin. Okay, like just because I know the kind, I know how this goes on the internet. Let me just be like really clear as well. Like my inclinations aside, I would love nothing more than to be pro cop. It's just they keep doing horrific stuff. Like if they'd stopped doing the, horrific stuff, then like I probably wouldn't have an issue with the police, but they keep doing the horrific stuff. So until they stop doing the horrific stuff, I'm going to be very goddamn critical of the police, and there isn't a damned force on this planet that can stop me. Not even the police.
There's a lot of unfortunate overlap.
Why now? Nothing fascist about being a public servant.
Yeah, nothing fascist about being a firefighter, or a postman, or a librarian. But a police officer?
Now, Kevin, I'll say it straight. I take pride in what I do. We coppers, we do good work. And so often we get maligned for it.
Oh man, Shitbeard would have hated you.
Shitbeard? That's quite a name. Who's he?
Nobody. Just a fascist I used to know.
Aw, Kevin. You're kind of
Anyways,
sad.
I'm not some political radical.
The hell you
You're
want.
full of it. You're in the support.
Anymore! So don't worry about convincing me of the noble plight of the patrolman.
Oh, I'm in no rush, Herbie. I mean, hey, you'll be living it, so...
Hopefully not for very long. I just want to live in a big
Hold on.
wizard tower and throw spells and solve equations.
Alright, I just had to plug in my laptop to make sure it didn't die of power. Die from lack of power, more like. Let's keep going.
And pet my cat. So,
So...
driving.
Why don't we
They
see
have
what's on the
nothing to
radio?
say to each other.
You're listening to Virgin Radio FM.
Okay. The
Hey mate, I can't get a girlfriend, mate. I can't
Were
get
they-
one. It's over for me, mate. I can't do it. I'm gonna be friend zoned forever.
I'm sorry, are they mocking incels at this point? Is that what's happening? Are we now okay? You have okay. We're just okay. Great. I was gonna do I was gonna have like a fucking cannon, like a machine gun of like jokes that I've got for incels, but nah, not right now. Soon, when I can use them better, more strategically.
Lonely forever. Can't even talk to the cashier at Tesco's, mate. Oh, she's just like, don't just go up
Don't
to
bother
them
the
and they just
people at
walk away,
cash.
act like
Don't be
what's nothing
the people
better,
at
you know, I
Tesco's.
can't
Don't
take
do
it,
that.
mate.
Shut the fuck up!
Um.
I'll kill you!
Well, we really are just mocking the insults.
Sit in silence. Agree.
Just. I have no notes. Nope.
So, when did you, like, become a policeman? I guess.
Asking about me, Irving?
Don't make a thing of it, I swear to God.
Genuinely interested, are you?
Ah, you're making a thing of it, I see. I'll remember that chap, man.
Oh, no,
Chap
that's just
man.
surprising is all.
Yeah, well, I sort of just had my entire vinculum pack.
Hold on. Wait a second. Wait just a a frenzied tweaker murder ghoul blood narcotic consuming moment. I think I just realized the joke with Chapman's name. I think I just realized what the joke is. His first name is Guy, and his second name is Chapman. Like, his name is just some guy 3 times over. Like Guy, like, oh, who's that guy over there? Chap, that's like a Britishism for like, oh, who's that chap over there? It means some guy. It's like, oh, who's that guy? Oh, who's that chap? And then the second part is man. It's just the word some guy 3 times. I didn't realize it until I saw like the separation. Like, hang on, wait. That's amazing. they really like he. Like, when you look at him with, like, his hair, he does look like just the most generic British police officer you can imagine. Like, I feel like they're just running with that joke at this point. Like, that seems to be what's happening. I'm having a blast.
So, like, God, how do I put this in a way you'd understand?
What's going on with you,
I'm
Kevin?
on, like, withdrawal.
Withdrawal?
Yes.
Friendship withdrawal?
Mock me not, bastard.
Oh, he's lonely. Kevin's just lonely. Oh, no. God, Kev. Now I wish to hug the frenzied, horrible vampire. I wish to give him a hug. I wish to hug the poor vampire. Provide him to me. I shall give him a hug. I wish to hug this adorable, like, this horrible monster thing. Allow me to hug him.
Bobby.
All right, mate. All right. Just a bit of banter. Just a bit
Oh
of
my
friendly
God, I
banter.
It does fit with how vampires are portrayed within like broader Hunter the parenting. Like they kind of they are portrayed as this like how do I put this? They're very isolated, I guess is the best word for it. Like when you become a vampire, like you kind of like lose pretty much the entire world you were in beforehand. Like it's mostly just gone at that point. God, how do I? Well, it for most factions it is like you can't really like just go back to being a normal person. That's not really an option on the cards for you when you're a vampire. So like, they are often portrayed as being very much on their own. And with something like the vinculum that the Sabbat has, that's like a lot of it is like psychic mumbo jumbo. But like I can see Kevin getting really lonely, because he seemed kind of lonely like even before he became a vampire, and then he gets that bond with the vampires, and then they loses that, and he's like coming off of that, even though it's kind of a good for him, I suppose. But the way they write Kevin in this, all the characters, I suppose, but like Kevin is like my favorite. Like it's so good. God, I'm having a blast
Became a
with
copper
this.
right out of school, honestly. Always wanted to be a policeman. My favourite show as a kid was Columbo. Loved how he always got his man.
Columbo? But you always knew who the killer was.
That was the point. Sure, the outcome was more or less the same every time, but it's how you get there that the intrigue came from.
Fair.
So you became a cop because you liked Columbo.
Well, it sounds a bit silly when you put it like that.
It is.
But
Nope, No, that's honestly that's pretty true to life. In all honesty, like I'm a fan of Star Trek, and like I've read about people who became like doctors because they liked they liked McCoy, or they liked well, they didn't really like Beverly Crusher that much. They liked Bashir from Deep Space Nine, or they liked the Doctor from like a Voyager, who was, let's be clear, the best one. The Doctor, not Voyager, as a series. Voyager as a series was kind of just like the whatever. Sidetracking again. I'm very bad with this, but like no, like what Chapman's describing here is pretty reasonable, to be honest with you. Like no, yeah. Can you tell this is why I do essays and not reactions?
I've never regretted that choice. This was my calling.
All right, I'll bite. What about it makes you so snug as a rug as a copper?
Well, a bit of a lot of things, honestly. Helping out around the community, the sense of brotherhood and fraternity among your co-workers. Getting to use those critical thinking skills, put them to the ultimate test. And I guess I just have the patience for it. People screaming at me, cursing me, crying, all that. I guess I'm just good at tuning it out. Never bothers me,
If
really.
you find work that you like, then like fair play to you, I suppose.
That's all perfectly normal, I guess. A little sociopathy, but whatever.
Like you all want to talk, Mr. X-Sabat.
So how did a guy like you get messed up with the Regent anyway?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ah, nasty trick, that.
That's what I want to know.
I was investigating a murder. One I imagine the tree mayor committed. Got me coffee sparked, I think. Next thing I know, I'm waddling down every day to the Regent,
that's it.
sending a
That's
sucks
it.
police
Oh, okay. I was expecting there to be more of a story to that, but no, that makes a lot of sense actually. Huh. Okay, another thing that like you don't really get when you're like wiki walking or anything like that is like how do I describe this? The process is described, but there's not so many like individual examples of characters who end up in this situation, so it's kind of hard to like what's the word, conceptualize how someone would end up in that situation. You kind of I don't know, you just kind of skim over it in your head. The idea of someone getting their coffee spiked and that makes them a ghoul, that's fascinating and very normal, I guess. Like that's a very mundane of getting yourself dragged into the world of the supernatural. Huh. I'd never really like thought. I suppose that would be like the easiest way of doing something like that. Huh. Okay. All right.
reports and drinking from her open wrist.
God damn, that must have been horrifying.
I guess it was. Dunno. The Vita's got a way of making you see it with rose-tinted goggles, don't it? And me father, well, he was a bit of a drunk. So I guess some of his addictive personality rubbed off on me, and I found it easy to do all kind of horrible things to get my fix. I know you'll call me a creep. Don't worry.
Well, you are, but it's not like it's your fault.
I don't mind it,
Aw,
but I wonder...
that's such an... This is why Kevin is such an interesting character to me. Like, he's the most human out of... Like, Like, he really is, like, one of the most normal and, like, human character. Like, I know he's not a human, he's a vampire at this stage. But, like, he does display a lot of, like, basic empathy that, like, a lot of characters don't really. Like, they can't really afford to. Like, I remember in, like, the episode where Guy was introduced, like, the police audio log, and Kevin, like, learns that Guy has kids, and he's just like, you have kids? That is terrible. What? Like he's learning this after, like, Guy's asking to be blood bonded. Like, Kevin just consistently shows this, like, really kind side to him that he keeps really hidden. It's just... It's one of the reasons why I do genuinely adore this guy. It's nice to have a character that's just, like, well, nice. I'm so tired of pessimism in media. You have no goddamn concept.
sometimes if I'd ever found out how truly odd I was without the regent.
This is a depressing chicken and egg scenario to ponder. Let's ponder a different one. Like, for instance, what's going on at this conference we're driving to?
It's nothing too major, really. Just some cross-department elbow rubbing. Every so often, the chiefs rent out Bullen Market for this kind of thing.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna level with you. I have never seen the word Chiefs spelled like that. Not once in my entire life. In fact, hold on a moment. I am going to spell check that to see if this is a spelling error, because that has thrown me for a loop. Just give me uno momento, por favor. I don't know why I said that in Spanish. At all. That completely threw... Whenever I open a new page, I see so much like politics in the news, and you have no idea how much restraint it is taking me to not go off on a bloody rant about some of the crap I'm seeing. Well, AI overview is useless to me, because the closest word it's giving me is chives. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that chives is not that, like, Chives is not a word. I'm fairly confident that's not a word. I think this might be a spelling error.
Ah, so it's those dismal dumbasses that I have to blame for this.
Oi now, no need to slag off the chiefs. They really like you, you know that.
So they have good taste in vampire wizards. Am I supposed to be impressed?
I have a confession to make.
Oh, but Kane, what did you do?
I have
Just immediately assuming he's done something horrific.
Desperately attempting to get the chiefs to like me for about 3 years now. Yet despite my every effort, they... gosh. I just get the feeling they're not too fond of me.
Maybe the fact that you're a degenerate blood addict has something to do with it.
You'd think that, but no. I cover my tracks pretty well. They've got no idea what a maniac I actually am.
Maybe it's some latent lawman intuition.
Not a sleuth and bone in their body, those two. They're born desk jockeys, I reckon. No, sir, you want to talk about a problem? Mine is that the chiefs of police do not care for me.
Well, I'd empathize, but I also do not care for you.
Right, but I understand that. You view me as a ghoulish hanger-on. You know the truths I take such pains to conceal. The stuff me wife and kids don't know. But the chiefs, they got no reason, no cause. They just don't like me.
Wow, cool!
I've sent some sarcasm.
That's... I feel like I have thoughts on this, but I don't know how to articulate them right now. I mean, Kevin did call him a sociopath earlier. I wonder if that's like actually the route they're going with this guy, like just like the most normal man imaginable. But no, he's just like a sociopath. Actually, I wonder if that's the route they're going with him. Might be. If he is a sociopath, he's bloody good at camouflaging. I'll give him that.
Sarcasm in there.
Whoa, you really are a detective.
Right. Goodness, that plane's flying low.
What I don't understand is why the hell do we have to go?
Come on. You'd really rather be patrolling a beat.
But I don't want to do that either. Oh, wow. See that plane now? You weren't kidding.
Right?
Wonder what they're up to.
Small private plane, flying around a sparsely inhabited area. Maybe a daredevil or something.
Some people just have all the free time in the world. Huh? You hear
What?
something?
What?
Hurry!
What? What?
The plane fucking blew up, Chapman!
What?
Oh, sorry.
What?
What? Hang on a moment. Let me process that. What just
Maybe
happened?
Daredevil or something.
Some people just have all the free time in the
It blew.
world.
What's this?
Yeah.
Propellant whistling. Oh, okay. What? Wow, it's just a straight up missile. Holy Christ!
Hurry!
Hang on a moment. Did we see like the reflection of it in like the windshield?
You hear something?
Yes, we could. Look at that.
Hurry!
Holy Christ!
The plane fucking blew up, chap!
One of the funniest things about this series to me is just like stuff just kind of happens occasionally. Like I feel like when it comes to writing, like one of the most difficult things is like how to transition smoothly from like scene A to scene B, and in terms of the parenting, it just happens, just like a punch in the face occasionally. Wait, what is going on?
What kind of woods are we driving through? Are we in Afghanistan? God, you're shitting! You're shitting me! My pants, your pants, every pants on the globe! Calm down, Kevin. Do you realize what this means? We're witnesses, you dolt! Someone fired
What
a
is
rocket at
going
the damn
on?
plane and we saw it!
I'm afraid it gets worse than that, Kevin.
Worse?
Please tell me he puts the police sirens on.
Well, I suppose it
Please
depends
tell
on your
me.
definition of worse.
No! We are not driving after the wreck site! Are you high?
Yes.
Shut the hell up, your mouth, you cunt!
Okay. Chapman is very quickly becoming like a new favorite of mine. He's very quickly climbing the ranks. Oh my god.
Actually, I think you should this time around.
What? Oh, no, don't click the button!
Dispatch, this is Unit 26 reporting a statewide plane crash somewhere within the vicinity of Eaton Common.
Oh, here we go.
Dispatch?
Being grumbly. What do we got?
Dispatch, come in.
Oh, we are so fucked now.
Now, don't jump to conclusions.
Why else wouldn't the radio work right now specifically? We're being jammed, you ignoramus.
Ooh.
God, we're in some serious shit now. Do you know how bad that is?
Ooh.
Exciting, isn't it? I always feel the most alive during these moments. The feel of the steering wheel in my grip.
Like, Chapman is remarkably calm
Danger.
considering what's
Gonna
going
get us
on.
both killed, you cop freak.
Who shot down that plane, Herbie? How are they blocking us from contacting dispatch? Do they know we're here? Are we racing them to the crash site?
You're not Jason Bourne, dude. You're a Norfolk Bobby.
Hey now, I know my limitations. Even with your blood, I'm only human after all.
Oh, this is getting
I'm a
good.
bit surprised you're all worked up over this.
This is getting good.
Aren't you the great and mighty Kevin?
Yes, I am.
And a plane falling out of the air. Hell, being shot. Having the radio blocked out like this. It all stinks of supernatural shenanigans, doesn't it?
Exactly my concern.
And I understand
does.
that concern. Share it even. I'll bet Big D would too, were you?
I'm not as starved for attention as you, evil creature. I don't want to rush to get myself killed on the off chance Dee Dee pats my head for a job well done.
Oh, I'm sure this will do wonders for your vinculum withdrawal.
No, I am getting anxiety.
What if this has something to do with the reject?
I do not care. I want to be alive.
I am getting anxiety.
I do not want to be murdered. Do you understand me? Whoever shot the damn thing down is probably going to zoom after it and blast your shitty Subaru apart with big RPGs. And they're blocking the goddamn cop radio
Then
with
they'll
them.
likely want to be rid of any witnesses. Fair point. But between the great and mighty Officer Kevin and his trusted ghoul sidekick, surely we can prevail.
Kane, please, I do not want to be here.
Well, that's not quite true, is it?
Come on, goddamn again.
Wait, did you see Kevin's eyes then? Look at his
That's
eyes.
not quite true, is it?
Just a slow moving up. I love this show. I really love this series.
If you wanted to, you could have dominated me out of this.
That is
You
true.
didn't. I won't pretend like I know exactly why. But if I had to guess, maybe you're as curious as I am.
Ooh. Ooh, he can read Kevin.
damn
That's
it, God
interesting.
damn it.
That's
Now we're
interesting.
talking.
A quick visit, in and out. I do not want to throw hands with a rocket launcher.
Relax, mate.
And I didn't dominate you because I've got a moral compunction against it.
Like I
That
said,
did not
mate,
stop you 10 minutes
relax.
ago, Kevin.
Everything will be fine.
That really did
We're
not stop you
professionals, after all.
10 minutes ago. It was something relatively mundane in comparison.
Bravery. The last refuge of the imminently deceased. All right, let's check out this piece of shit.
Oh, this is getting good. Oh, yes. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. Okay, one thing that I think is interesting, like just from like a how it's made perspective, is I'm murderously certain that the way that they're making like this movement, like if you look at the grass, like it's moving. I think that they're using Gmod to do this. Like I think that they made like a model of the house for the hunters in a previous audio log, and I think that's what they're doing here. Like I think that's a really creative way of like doing this. Like I like that quite a bit. Just something worth pointing out. I like how they're incorporating different ways of visualizing stuff.
What a wreck. Definitely a private plane, no? Couldn't hold.
I also do like this visual novel style way of doing things, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like the same style that you'd see in a game like The Coffin of Andy and Lele or Doki Doki Literature Club. Like you've got the characters on the sides. Like I do think that this is a good fit for the kind of audio logs. It's more visual than just like the square with the faces on it. Although that's fine as well. Like on occasion, if you're trying to get something out relatively quickly, like I don't mind like the mixture of the two, but I do prefer this.
14 passengers on it. Grey and blue colour scheme.
Plane's broke.
Then oh my god, I love Kevin's sprite. I love his sprite. Oh my god, I do love his like this attack, like this, like the clothes that he's in suit him really well, but then he puts on the wizard hat and he immediately looks ridiculous. he looks ridiculous. Oh my god, that sprite's amazing. That sprite is amazing. God, where was I going? I was going somewhere else with this. I've completely forgotten because Kevin's sprite just threw me off. I love that. I love that sprite. So he looks so done with like everything. Oh, that's so good. Oh yeah. I was just gonna say that like with like the like I don't know, the probing of Kevin audio log, like they were in like a dungeon, so like there wasn't really any real point to having these sprites moving about the place. So like it depends on the kind of on what's actually going to be happening in the audio log itself to like decide which is a good match. You probably could have done something like this for like the 99p store, but like again, I just don't mind personally. Like I think that both work.
Can we go now?
I'm not even going to answer that.
You just did.
Kirby, how fine are your senses?
Reasonable. Not my forte, but...
Shame that. But should still be useful. And on that subject, you mind topping me off a bit?
I will tell you... Fuck it. I don't have time to argue with you. Fine. Biting my finger. There.
What
Just
expression is he? Oh my god!
I drops all like her.
What? What in the world? What? Okay, cool, great, magnificent. I don't have a response to this. What? Look at the Jesus. That. All right, I'm going to say this once. I'm not going to elaborate on it further, and we're just going to have to accept that I've said it. Okay? Orgasm face. Anyway, moving rapidly on.
There.
Moving
Just a drop.
rapidly. Good lord. Look at this giggling fucking lunatic. Okay, he's quickly climbing the ranks of favorite characters. He is right amusing.
Master, I drops all I crave.
Weirdo.
Jesus Christ! Delighted maniac finally fueled laughter. Oh, phenomenal.
Stuff. I see
Phenomenal.
Crash is bad, but that rocket didn't rip through the side. Blow up an engine. Set the thing spiraling into the ground. Explains why it's not in too many pieces, eh?
On the outset, all I smell is blood and jet fuel.
If that's the
If anyone's
case, then it
still
seems
alive
like they
in there, they're
wanted
probably
to
more
not
mashed than
be.
mad.
Sorry, I find it hard to talk while they're talking. If Chapman's assessment is correct, that it was like the engine that they hit and not the thing, then obviously they want something from it. Like, if they wanted to just destroy the plane and be done with it, like, it wouldn't have mattered. But if they hit the engine so it crashed into the ground, they probably want to recover something from
Got a
it.
logo on the side, though.
A logo? That's odd for a private plane.
It's a bit beat up on the side here. Nastrum.
What? Nastrum. I know that name. I know that name. Hold on. Hold on a goddamned moment. I know that. I am certain I know that name. Just give me a moment. Let's hide all of the personal information. No, not that. Bear with me. Just bear with me for just a moment, fellas. Okay, no. Yep. No. Okay. There we go. Okay. Nastrum. Nope, that's a plant. World of Darkness. Nastrum. Hang on. Nastrum. Okay. Okay, what do we got? No, Nastrum, World of Darkness. Of Darkness. Nastrum Enterprises. Okay, what are these guys? Oh, they're Pentex. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, if these guys are... If Kevin and Guy have just stumbled upon a goddamned Nestra, like a Pentex operation... I knew I recognized the name. If they're like... If they've run into a Pentex operation, Kevin was right. They need to turn around and run the fuck away now. They are in unfathomable danger right now. They need to get out right now. Pentex are like the biggest bad in like Werewolf the Apocalypse. Like, it's a point I've been wanting to... I should have brought up actually. If you remember, like, you have the first 3 episodes and that constituted Arc 1, and now we're on Arc 2. My theory right now is that each arc is going to like primarily focus on one particular they're called splats, but like they're like player books. Like, vampires are a splat, werewolves are a splat, and like it's gonna like focus on this. It's gonna focus primarily on like those aspects of the World of Darkness. Like, it'll include stuff from here, there, and everywhere, but like the main focus of the arcs is introducing stuff mainly from that line. So you might get information about like some vampires in Arc 2, but it's mostly going to be about werewolves. Them including Pentex in this seems like certainly does seem like the like it follows that rule. The Pentex are like the big, like, oh god, they foreshadowed this from the first moment, didn't they? Oh, these clever bastards. Oh god, these clever bastards. Oh, Tully's is a Pentex subsidiary. Like the first line in this entire goddamned audio log was a line referencing Pentex. Oh, Tully's. That's okay. Wait, hang on. Sorry, my brain is like going a mile a minute. If that's who this is, if this is going to be dealing with Pentex, then what? Then like in the like recap last time, it was introducing Kevin, it was introducing Guy, and then it introduced like the stuff at the 99p store. What's that about? Like, why is that here? Does that have something to do with Pentex? Oh, this is getting good. Oh, the theory brain is a crafting. Oh, this is getting good. Okay. So they're dealing with Pentex, I guess. These two need to get out now. Right, they are unfathomably dangerous.
Think it was the plane's name?
You're kidding, right?
No.
Nastrum. It's a company. Airplane manufacturer.
Really?
A little bit more than that, but...
Here in Norfolk?
Hell no! Down by Northampton. Just north, actually. Broughton, I think.
That's pretty specific knowledge.
Yeah, well, the Regent made me launder enough money for her to buy one.
Oh, that's a hell of a coincidence. Maybe this is that plane.
I bet my left socket's not. That plane is rotting in some hangar somewhere. Besides, private planes don't keep the company logo on them for long. Knowing her, the Regent would have long redecorated. Probably demanded something ridiculous be painted on the side instead.
Like what?
A big picture of her giving a thumbs up. I don't know. Are we done here? We've already stripped the wire. Let's go.
Just 2 minutes to check out the interior, in and out.
You realize if there's smoke, there's probably fire, right?
And if there's fire, we can split.
Do the words Roach Shrek mean anything to you?
The inherent fear of fire for vampires.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
As you're right to, Kevin.
Ugh.
Good lord.
Immediately feeling validated. It stinks to high hell in here. Right into the... Oh, God, smoke. This isn't like sniffing glue, fucker. Just don't breathe in.
Simply do not breathe.
Hey, I only need to breathe to speak words. Where are you going?
Simply do not speak. Kevin, you're a vampire. You could live underwater if you wanted to. That's a thing some of the Grangel do. You could just live underwater. Chapman, just stop being a pussy. Simply stop breathing.
Kevin Solo Adventure. Let's rock and roll.
Kevin Solo Adventure. Hell yeah.
Dead body. Another dead body. Mangled worse than that one. Another dead body. Ooh, a briefcase. That's fun.
Ooh.
And, hey, Chapman. Found something good here, I think.
Outside the plane, still dying. Exertion leaving the plane. I do have to say, since I'm getting the opportunity to actually say it. Wow, I've got a lot of stuff about Hunt of the Parent thing I've just not been able to say yet. I love the brackets that just have very amusing written explanations of what they're doing. They amuse me quite a lot.
So everything in there is pretty much pancaked. Most of the luggage is crushed in an overhead bin. The guys inside resemble soup more than people.
Oh, that's awful. I suppose we shouldn't expect much from a scene like this with such little time.
But I found a briefcase. And I found this creepy lantern.
What?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is creepy.
What is? I don't know if you can tell in the recording, but there's writing on it. I'm trying to look at it. I can't zoom in. No. Okay. Bear with me a second. Okay. Okay, I think that this should do it. Okay, let's have a look here. I don't recognize any of these runes at the top, but at the bottom we've got some Latin characters. Saltatio Cogi Salatio this might just be nonsense. I'll be honest with you. It's possible that that's just complete and utter nonsense. But okay, let us continue with what we've got.
It's magic or something.
My powers of Auspex reveal potent, pulsing black ripples emanating from it, like a stone skipping across a tar pit.
But it's also glowing.
So yes, it seems pretty damn magic to me.
Right. Suppose the unnatural purple glows a
Yeah.
too.
You'd think that, but actually I almost missed it.
Oh?
The damn smoke in there. You barely see anything, so you're lucky you got it.
We'll have to take a closer look back in the car. Let's go. Put some distance
run
between us
right
and the
now.
Finally.
Get out of
You
here.
drive though. All that smoke's made me woozy.
Oh, I don't like that.
Did you say something?
Oh, I do not like
Eyes.
that.
Eyes sharp.
Oh, I do not like that.
A survivor?
Oh my Jesus
Oh
Christ!
my god!
Oh my! What in the? What the hell are you? Oh, I've got a pretty good guess as to what this is. Oh my lord, that is horrific. Okay. Okay, let me think. If this is Pentex and we're doing Werewolf of the Apocalypse, let me think. This guy, yes, my best guess right now is a Fomori. That's my guess right now. I think that he's a Fomori. Good lord, what's his deal? He's causing people to cough? What is this?
What is that? The smoke's not from the plane, it's from it. Can't see Herbie.
Cover your
Yeah, I
eyes. Cover
thought
your
so.
mouth,
That's what that was going for.
Oh, hell.
Verging on lung collapse.
You gotta get out of here. Check the briefcase. Hide in the woods.
Don't be a martyr, you Nimrod. Silence, you beast.
Oh, dominate.
Use your brain meat, Kevin.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Time's up.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, Kevin.
None of you freaks move. Who the hell are you supposed to be?
Okay.
The next one's through your big fucking mouth.
Okay. Okay. Alright. I've seen this guy for all of 5 seconds. My first thought is instantly Technocrat. My first thought is Mage. Pretty much instantly. Like, look at the bloody... Look at this scarf thing. That seems pretty Mage to me. Like, immediate first impression is Mage. He has very black eyes. Okay, good lord, what? Okay, so many things are converging at once. Good lord. Okay, Jesus Christ. So Pentex was like, Pentex is pretty connected to the technocracy, particularly the Syndicate, and I hate them. Like I hate all of the technocracy. May it all burn in a black hole. Is this guy a member of the Syndicate? No, these days they're a bit more separate, aren't they? Okay, I'm interested. What's the deal here? I do immediately think Mage. My first thought is that he's a Syndicate member. Okay.
Language.
Where is this going?
Excuse me, you two there, Cobb and Wizard Hat.
What?
So terribly sorry about all this. Would you mind taking a few steps to the left? I've got to sort out some business with my colleague there.
I guess it means that. Do what he says, Herbie.
Damnation. Fine.
What is... Ooh, I'm interested.
Gentlemen, who the hell are these guys?
Your guess is as good as mine.
These guys have to be Pentex.
Think we can make a break for it?
Doubt it.
Which means the other guy was
Stand in the
Pentex as
suit,
well.
Not the guy in the mask. And that's the one holding the gun.
Make a move! Make a single fucking move, and I'll light you peasants up like a fucking Christmas tree!
Don't mind my friend, gentlemen.
Well,
I, for one,
they're
am
very
glad to see you're such
Scottish.
reasonable people. Now, this will only take a moment. Well, Bennings. Been a lovely chase, but as you can see, you've been quite outclassed. Yet, have no fear.
Yep, my microphone fell.
Your shares in Nostrum will be put to good use.
Ah, so he
They're
was
going to a
Pentex.
better place. You, on the other hand, Ross.
Oh my! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, it's okay. Brain, process this information. Oh, it's the fucking Lehman Russ proxy. It's Lehman Russ. It's the Hunt of the Parenting verse Lehman Russ. Oh my, oh my, okay, this is getting really good.
Dispose of
Oh,
this
this is getting
trash,
good.
if you please. Ideally away from our new friends.
Oh,
Fine.
oh, they've even got the voice actor. What? Zoran, I think it is. It's Zoran. I'm pretty confident. Oh my god, yes. Yes.
You're the reason. You're why I came here. To see you. To see inside of you.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, my brain. Okay, my brain is going. My neurons. They. Okay. It's Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ. He was the Space Wolves guy. So is that guy a werewolf? Is that the route we're going? Is he related to D? I'd assume so. If that's the route they're going down with it. Does that mean that he's? Does that mean that? If he's a werewolf, then that means that D's line does have werewolf lineage in them, which means that having like kinfolk or even Garou is not impossible. I mean, if this guy is a werewolf and he is D's kid, then that would definitely mean that these kids have the potential to be Garou or other forms of Pharaoh. So is that? I've seen some of the theories about boy. Ooh, like there's. Oh my god, there's so much. Okay, I need to get through this, and I need to let my brain process all of this. I need to, what's going on with you?
This is rather dire.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
Yeah, no shit.
Heavily armed strangers making that monster cry out in horror.
Would you shut up? I'm trying to think of a way out of this.
You better think fast, scum! You're straight up fucked! You never should have come here! I'm gonna shoot your skin off with my gun!
This is no.
So has anyone ever been to Scotland? Because this is this does remind me of my experiences being in Scotland.
Way to treat police sergeants. They're fine servants of capital. They demand a lighter touch.
Yeah.
So he's not doing himself any favors if he doesn't want to come across as a member of the syndicate talking about capital. And you all thought I was crazy when I was bringing up capitalism earlier. Oh, you naive fools. I know how this game is played.
Sir, I've got your back!
I'm sure you do, Blair.
What just happened? Whoa, okay. I'm just gonna zoom in on that real quick for you all. So that's terrifying. That's just straight up terrifying. Let's just watch that like happening. Oh god, that genuinely makes me uncomfortable. Let's go back. Was there something else? God, that's creepy. It's like he's glitching out of reality. What? That's terrifying. Like legitimately, that makes me uncomfortable. I do not like that. On the text as well, the text's changed. Like it's changed font. It's now like like weird and scribbled. And, oh god. Oh, that's creepy. I hate that.
Now then, who might you be?
Is he? So he's got to be a mage. There's no question that he's a mage. Like he's holding up. Okay, so in case you don't know how magic works in a lot of World of Darkness, a lot of mages have what's called a foci, and it's basically like an object that like they focus on to help them do magic. So like like how in the turf shits Harry Potter, like all the wizards have like magic wands. In World of Darkness, that magic wand would be a foci. In World of Darkness, like a computer could be a foci for someone. It can be pretty much anything. So I'm wondering if with this guy, a phone is his form of foci. Like, that's how a lot of it works with World of Darkness, especially with the technocracy. Like, they'll use technology as their foci to get around, paradox, so that reality doesn't rip them apart for using magic at all. I'm wondering if maybe that's what this is. This is awesome. I am loving this. Oh my god. What's going on? What is going on?
Detective Sergeant Guy Chapman. Here.
Yeah, I thought so. I
Investigate-
thought so. He's doing magic. I thought that was what was going on. I didn't have a better explanation for the horror, whatever that horrible thing was. Like I thought that was magic. So what magic is he using then in that case? I don't know that much about the specifics of the powers. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, like, my particular area of focus isn't really, like, learning about, like, what all of the powers do. It's more like learning about, like, the creatures themselves and, like, their society and the world. But, like, I've never been that interested in just reading about, like, the powers. Oh, this is so good.
Shut the fuck up!
I can't help it.
Yes, it's quite hard to avoid answering questions when I pose them.
Yeah, it's
Try
definitely
to give
magic.
your cohort a bit of slack, eh?
I
He's doing his best.
There's like a
I'm sure.
feedback sound in like the background. If you just like static crackling. God, that's unnerving.
Doug, plane crash. We saw the plane crash. Doug threw it. Ah, damn, my head.
That's it. Good man, good man. So, an ordinary police officer. But what's that odor I'm getting off of you? It smells violent. Berserk.
What the? That's not how a technocrat would speak. Huh. What are you, you creep? What are you?
The first one. Off the sea. Made to chum. The second one. Barrow Common. Messier. Got lucky.
Is he talking about the people he's killed?
You harbor a dark side, don't you, Mr. Chapman? You're an addict! Wonderful!
Just like me!
Being depossessed. What?
You. Did you just dominate me? How? What are you?
A businessman, Detective Sergeant. And I believe we can do business. As for your eccentric friend...
Try worming into my head. You won't like what's waiting for you, or what happens next.
I don't doubt that. You're a vampire after all. Clantramere, the great Yarmouth Chantry.
That's not all that surprising. Pentex does know about vampires and the supernatural. It's pretty. They also. It's said that some of them have like vampires on like their board of directors, so that's not a surprise.
Ooh, impressive. Quick, what's my blood type? Favorite color? Oh, what fun! I'm going to kill you if you don't let us go.
Kill you?
Oh, that's a bad idea, Kevin.
Well, now that would be a mistake, Herbertus.
What the?
What?
Oh.
You sickly plank fuck.
Oh, boy, oh boy. What an evening. Well, Herbie, the reason I know it is because we're playing for the same team. Your father talks to my father, if you catch my drift. If you don't, that's fine too. Then just accept that I'm on good terms with your regent. I've been...
Your father talks to my father if you catch my... When he said that, I thought he was talking about the regent initially. What? Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Father. What does he mean by... Does he mean Cain? So who would Cain speak to? I don't know. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know. Not right now. Not off the top of my head. Ooh, He's not a... No. He's not a fallen, is he? No, that wouldn't make... Maybe? But why the phone, then? Why the phone? No, I don't think he's a demon. That wouldn't make sense. Not... Maybe? It's possible. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, this is so good. I'll have to think about it and then present my thoughts at the end. This is this is great.
Into the chantry. Pretty sure I might have seen you there once or twice.
The Regent. I see.
Play the game,
So
Kevin.
glad to hear it.
Play the game.
Blair,
Just pretend that you know.
since we're all partners, mind
Palmer,
cooling down a
interesting.
bit?
Of course, sir. At ease!
Hang on,
Dreadfully
what happened with
sorry
her
about
eyes there?
Of course,
Something
sir.
Oh, did you just close them? Okay.
Dreadfully sorry about all this, Herbertus. I assume Chapman is your creature. There'll be no damage from my tampering, I assure you. I went easy on him for you.
So the Regent is allies
yes.
with Pentex.
Much appreciated. The Regent.
If the Regent is allied with Pentex, then the Regent is far, far more dangerous than I thought they were. That is not good at all.
Thanks you for your kindness to her family.
Oh,
Well,
that sounded
glad things
painful.
are
That sounded painful. Play the game, Kevin. Play the
cleared
game.
up. I expect your people in the Force can launder this little incident.
I'll see to it.
Joy of joys. Now, if you'd be kind enough to hand over that lantern.
Nah,
And
bugger.
why should I do that exactly?
Why?
Kevin.
What? Are you claiming rights to salvage?
Kevin, don't... Okay.
That's...
Okay, no. Kevin, my friend. Do not test your luck here. Kevin, please. Please, I beg of you, Kevin, do not test your luck. Just give them the damned lantern and get the hell out. This is not something you want to fight him on. Just give him the lantern, Kevin.
It's company property. What do you mean, why?
Yeah.
The lantern, please.
Do what he says.
Silence, Ghoul! Forgive me. Had to, rein in the authority that I have as, you know, a child of the Regent.
Aha. I notice I'm still not holding the lantern.
Well, look again, Einstein.
Oh, thank God.
There we go. And
You know, there's no reason
Einstein.
for Kevin to fight for this.
Was that an insult?
It was a compliment. Einstein was a smart man.
And so are you, Herbie. By all accounts, this could have been far uglier. Well,
So they're letting
gentlemen,
them go, are
I'd
they?
say that's our business concluded for the evening. Don't worry about the mess. This was an internal affair. Nothing to do with any of our agreements. Your cargo stock is not under threat. Just something that needed doing. Your master will understand when I brief her.
Yes, I'm sure she will.
Oh, and please tell her the board meeting on the 7th must be pushed up by an hour.
Oh, so she is on the board. Oh,
boards.
God. Oh, God.
He's nothing now. The earth will choke on him.
Good Lord.
Those two. They're next.
Not today, I'm afraid.
Then I'm done here.
So you are. Gentlemen, with my large companion's return, I believe we'll set back out. Au revoir. Radio should be workable in 3 minutes. I'd call it in there.
Maybe next time I'll get to shiv a vamp with my gun!
Oh, don't worry, Blair. Norfolk has corpses aplenty.
Oh my lord. I'm honestly surprised that they're letting them go.
Canes. Cock Chapman. You know how lucky we are? Holy crap. Oh.
Man, if they would, if Kevin was not like the Regent's child, I have a feeling they would be dead. I really do think they would be like just dead, straight up. That they are unfathomably lucky.
Gotta say, yeah, I figure we just cashed in our supply of good terms.
We gave away that damn magic lantern. We don't know anything about that guy or that weird freaky monster or... God, what the hell just happened?
Well, we know a Mr. Palmer is involved with the Regent. Palmer being a man who is now acquired shares in the company you call Nastrum. And he also stocks the Regent with Gargo's products.
You're right about that much. Genuinely good work. I forget you're a cop sometimes.
Oh, so he's not completely
But that doesn't
incompetent.
explain what they were. I mean, God, the glow coming off that lantern, the horrible wheeze monster, that creep Palmer. I'd never seen anything so rancid.
Gotta take your word for that. Don't see glows very often.
And that guy, that giant, the one who disposed of the thing they called Bennings.
Yeah?
Bad fucking news.
No kidding.
Got the impression that even if we took out those mercs somehow...
He'd rip us to shreds, yeah.
He'd rip us. Interesting choice of words, Kevin. So is this Ross fellow a werewolf? If he's a Garou and he's working with Pentex, he'd have to be a black spiral dancer. Like unless he's like deep undercover. Unless he is pulling one hell of a shenanigan there. Yeah, he'd have to be a black spiral dancer. Ooh, ooh. Dee talks about losing his children. That is one a hell of a thing to lose them to. Oh, there's so many parts to this. My brain is... Oh, I love this stuff. This is fantastic.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Also, yeah, no. Depending on the Kevin's like what, like a ninth? Yeah, he's 9th generation. And a 9th generation vampire is going to struggle quite a bit with dealing with a werewolf. Werewolves are pretty damn tough. Especially if they're like the Arun, Auspic? Yeah, it's Auspic. Auspic, or if they are the warriors of the tribe. If they're the tribe warriors, then that's a bad thing to come up against.
Fine idea, and I'm feeling good enough to drive.
Knock your socks off.
I don't end it there. Don't you dare end it right there. No. Damn it, they're ending it there. No. Oh, thank God.
But you know, there is one more thing we got from all that.
What's that?
In all the confusion with the lantern, they never noticed I had the briefcase.
Oh!
Oh shit, Chapman! You're a freak, you're a genius!
Well played, Chapman.
Take that, you slimy business bastards! Okay. Maybe it wasn't a total wash this trip.
Now,
look at the smile on Kevin's face.
No, onto the cover-up. We've got a crashed airplane here, and we said we'd sweep it under the rug.
Right. Think the Regent will hear your name from that guy?
It's...
I don't know if you just heard that, but like my finger just
possibility.
cracked.
And it could also reveal yours. Us two will need to play it careful. Watch that the Tremere don't try and snap us back into the fold.
Yeah, you really do not want the Tremere coming after you.
Never easy, is it? Dispatch, this is Unit 26 reporting a State 1 plane crash
hell is
somewhere
that
within
noise
the
that
vicinity
Oh, plane police work, like air. I was wondering why it was spelled like that. It is plane. Okay, lead writer, speaker D. Script editors, Roy, Arundel, Alvin. Okay, so there's a lot of. I have so many thoughts. My brain is my brain is not function. Like there's too many. I need time to process all of this. Well, that was exciting. So my thoughts on it. Honestly, what do you want me to say? It's great. I love the dynamic between the borderline anarchist alliteration vampire and England's most competent policeman. God help us all if he's the best we've got. They have such a fun dynamic, and it's been so long since we saw Kevin in a full capacity. Banter aside, they also work really well together. They bounce off of one another really well. I wasn't expecting to see Ross, let me tell you that for nothing. A quick reminder for everyone who may have forgotten. In Warhammer 40k, Leman Russ was the Primarch of the Space Wolves chapter of the Space Marines. In text-to-speech, which the Ogre Papanong team made before Hunt of the Parenting, basically the joke that they made with him was woof 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 and woof. So I'm assuming that we're taking that to its logical conclusion, and that this bloke is likely a werewolf, which fits with the rest of the arc since the other chapters focused on hunting down the imposter only to discover Matilda. My current thesis is that Hunt of the Parenting is operating on a each splat gets their own arc model. Considering we're only in Arc 2 and only vampires and werewolves have been directly introduced at this point, I'm just guessing that that's how things are going to go, but that's the vibe I'm getting. It's been mostly focusing on the concepts used within Werewolf the Apocalypse, and throwing Pentex into the mix as well as O'Tully's really cements that perspective. So if that's the case, Ross being a werewolf would fit. What tribe would he be in? Black Spiral Dancers. No question in my mind, based on what we've seen. If he is a werewolf, then he is almost certainly a Black Spiral Dancer. And my logic for that are the people he's working with, Pentex. So Pentex are essentially the main antagonists of Werewolf the Apocalypse. They're explicitly servants of the Worm Defiler, the spirit of entropy and destruction, which is one of the main forces that the werewolves are fighting against. Pentex operates via shell companies, influencing certain groups to further warfare and conflict and encouraging substance abuse. Basically, they're literally anything that you can imagine that would make human suffering worse, and they're doing it. They're making people more violent with video games. They're the ones who own the cheeseburger demon thing. They're just absolute bastards. They're a stand-in for capitalism and the monetization of human suffering, basically. While I've been working on this, I've seen some speculate that he's with another tribe and is just working with Pentex to hunt down this guy. It's possible, but really, really unlikely. You need to understand, from the perspective of the werewolves, this really isn't a lesser of two evils scenario here. Pentex is the evil. They're the ultimate threat. There is no lesser evil than them. Only the Worm Defiler itself would top them, and since Pentex sure as hell isn't going to turn on the worm, it's something of a moot point. The only reason that they might not attack Pentex is because a Bane or a Fomori might get away, while Pentex corporate officers are going to be there tomorrow. That's the most cooperation the Garu are willing to offer these guys. Temporary, not instant murder. Werewolves do not work with Pentex, unless they're corrupted, or they're Black Spiral Dancers, because the Black Spiral Dancers are corrupted werewolves and also serve the Worm Defiler. Their interests align. They're allies, or as close to allies as they can get. So most corrupted werewolves tend to get merged into the Black Spiral Dancers, assuming that Pentex doesn't just keep them around for their let's make new shapeshifters programs, which they have, and have done, successfully I add. Even if we entertain the idea that Ross was some kind of rogue Garu working with Pentex to deal with Benning, he's now dealt with Benning. If that was his only goal, and he was a Garu, he would have turned around and slaughtered everyone there, or gotten the hell away. Instead, he stuck around. That and the fact that Ross seems to follow the instructions of this grinning little sociopath when asked if he was supposed to kill Kevin and Guy indicates he's either a full-on Black Spiral Dancer or deep undercover, which is not unheard of, but one a hell of a risky proposition. Hell, Ross even talks like he's a Black Spiral Dancer. The earth will choke on him is a pretty Black Spiral Dancer sort of line. Werewolves are made by and fight for Gaia, the spirit of the earth. Black Spiral Dancers serve the worm, which is dedicated to destroying the earth and Gaia, so the earth will choke on him does seem like a very Black Spiral Dancer thing to say. Maybe some new information gets revealed later down the line that makes this theory far more likely, but since we don't have that information right now other than the fact that he exists, and he's working for Pentex, the rational conclusion to come to now based on what we do have is that Ross is a Black Spiral Dancer. And anything else is speculation which may well be validated down the line. I could go either way on it, to be honest. Another main member of the cast could be fun if he decides to ditch Pentex, but on the other hand, making this guy an outright villain could be a neat way to differentiate their roles from TTS and make them their own character. Either way, I think it could work if executed well, which, you know, it's Ogre Papanak. They pretty much only execute well. There's a lot of kids to be said to exist in this setting. So considering the implied similarities to Lehman, I'm operating under the assumption that Ross is Dee's kid. Might not be for all I know, maybe this is where Ogre Papanak decides to really shake up the formula. Might not be though. I'm just going to operate under the assumption that Ross is one of Dee's kids, just because that seems fitting and gives me more to talk about. Kind of would confirm that Dee's family line has werewolf in them at some point. Under normal circumstances, that would seem to back up the boy is Black Shuck theory, but having multiple werewolves active at the same time seems a little redundant to me. Unless Ross is meant to serve as some kind of mentor figure to boy, mayhaps? That'd be kind of interesting if that were the route they were to take with him. Or maybe Ross is Black Shuck, who knows? Kinda makes me wonder though, is this how we're doing this? If this is how we're doing this, if this is the level of association for being a shapeshifter, is whoever the Corvus Corax proxy ends up being going to be a were-raven? Will Lionel Johnson proxies be like werecats? Is these entire line just going to be made up of all of the shapeshifting races? Speaking of werewolves though, let's talk about the creature that was in the plane. Bennings, his name was. What the hell was that? That looked nothing like basically anything in World of Darkness. Not a vampire, not a wraith, not a werewolf. So what is it? That, I'm guessing, is a Fomori. So what's a Fomori? Well, basically, there are these spirits that are both servants and aspects of the Worm Defiler. They're called Banes. They can inhabit stuff, like technology, or in the case of a Fomori, a person. A person has to be spiritually corrupted in some way, ethically or morally heinous. Or perhaps just tainted by, oh, I don't know, demon-infested cheeseburgers served by the establishment O'Tully's, which, as I mentioned, is owned by Pentex. Or painkillers, which attract banes to unknowing individuals, which is done by a pharmaceutical company, also owned by Pentex. Why wait for people to be ethically or morally corrupted when you can just corrupt them yourselves by giving them consumer goods that are spiritually ruinous? Why wait for people to ruin themselves when you can ruin them yourself? It's almost like Pentex knows exactly what they're doing with all of this. Kind of like how companies will put addictive substances into fast food to make sure you come back. I wonder if this might possibly have some anti-capitalist subtext. But let's not make this political game political. If a Bane can possess that person, they can further corrupt and influence them until the two are basically one and the same. Fomori are mostly idiosyncratic, entirely unique from individual to individual. While there are some breeds, most Fomori aren't part of that. It could be that one possesses a serial arsonist and corrupts them until their skin represents charcoal more than skin, their eyes burning red, and their mere touch enough to engulf a room in flames. But he feels the searing agony of the flames wherever he goes, unable to be consumed and granted the merciful release of death from them. This guy, if I were to posit a random guess, probably a fossil fuel executive. Someone who chokes the air, makes it impossible for others to breathe, got possessed by a Bane and turned into a Fomori, or at the very least was in the process of becoming one. Transformed into someone who can barely breathe at the best of times and chokes those around him like he did the earth itself. Why he's running, who can say? Maybe he had a change of heart, or maybe he decided that screwing over Pentex was going to work out just great for him. What about the lantern though? Take a look at this. This is called a Bane lantern. It's what's called a worm fetish. A fetish in this context being an object which has been imbued with a bound spirit. It being a worm fetish meaning that the spirit imbued is likely a Bane, and as such, it's a fetish used by the Black Spiral Dancers. And wow, yep, that's basically a one-to-one, isn't it? So that answers what the mystery of the lantern exactly is. It also confirms the Black Spiral Dancers being present. Though that is to be expected given their closeness to Pentex. It could just be a coincidence, given Ross. Just because he's here and the lantern is here doesn't necessarily mean that it's his. But the association does kind of imply that he's a Black Spiral Dancer in a sort of proximity kind of way. Just pointing it out. Barest minimum, Black Spiral Dancers are present and nearby. As for what the lantern does, it contains spirits, like nature spirits or earth spirits, not just Banes, making it a pretty valuable weapon for destroying or containing spirits for Pentex. Apparently, while it doesn't impact the physical form all that much, if its light is cast on a Fomori, the shadows cast reflect the true nature of the spirit. So a Fomori might look like a regular person, but the spirit might be some sort of, 16-legged obese spider creature or whatever. So the shadow cast by the lantern would be of the giant spider creature, meaning that Benning's appearance likely wasn't due to the lantern but by whatever spirit had already inhabited him. Moving on to the characters in the Pentex branch a bit more, apparently Blair and her group are meant to be standing for the Dark Eldar, which is probably a good reference because honestly it didn't even occur to me that they were meant to be an analogy for something in 40k because this batch of weirdos just kinda seems exactly like the group of people that Pentex would hire for the supernatural special operations. Drugging up their guys is pretty tame compared to some of the stuff that Pentex normally does. So if they're the Dark Eldar, then Chuckles over here is likely a stand-in for Vect, and yeah, considering the fact that the Dark Eldar are just edgelord sadist psychopaths who need to torture the slave off the wrath of their god, them being capitalists makes a whole lot of sense. You saw my reaction, but my immediate first thought upon seeing this dude was Technocrat, and his phone reality-breaking thing certainly did help that. One of the branches within the technocracy is called the Syndicate, and basically all the money problems that you have ever had have been caused by the Syndicate specifically to keep you in line. They use money as a form of magical focus so that people will engage with civilization in exchange for it. That's right, in World of Darkness, money is literally magic. Anyway, the technocracy has an interesting relationship with Pentex, namely that the technocracy more or less created Pentex. Well, okay, not create in the sense that they didn't found the group, but they did help them to gain a lot of influence by merging some of their assets with them and considered them an extension of the Syndicate. Let me explain. Basically, a group within the Syndicate called the Special Projects Division managed to merge with Pentex, and they just kind of let them do whatever the hell they wanted so long as they kept funneling money to the Syndicate. After 1999, there was an event called the Dimensional Anomaly, and the SPD just vanished. So Pentex has just more or less fully gone off to do its own thing, although they do still pay the Syndicate, though the Syndicate has no idea where exactly that's coming from. So, in case any Technocrat sympathizers are still here, let me run this by you once more. The Syndicate helped to foster the megacorporation whose entire reason for existing is the destruction of the planet and also all of reality at the behest of the spirit of entropy, because the Syndicate went, ooh, money, and just let them do this for like 100 years, and this happened because the technocracy doesn't do a damned thing to keep the Syndicate in check. Oh, but they didn't know you defend. Yeah, they didn't, because the Syndicate didn't care to check, and the technocracy didn't force them to check, or even send in members from other conventions to check. The technocracy are the good guys protecting humanity, my fucking throat. They can't even protect it from their own conventions when they have all the resources to crush Pentex and save the world in a day. Fuck them and the Technocratic Union. And capitalism. And money as a concept. Anyway, beside the point. This bloke here is making me think Mage right away. He might well still be part of the Syndicate, but there's a reason I said first thought. Because he's not my only thought. Having pondered it for a bit, the Syndicate and Pentex fully split in 1999. The series takes place in 2006, and though it was technically partners of the Syndicate, Technocrats didn't always work super closely with it. But Nephandi? Those guys are everywhere, and I rather suspect that this guy may be a Nephandi. Yes, I know that the singular plural for them is Nephandus, but Nephandus is a crap name and Nephandi is way better, so I'm calling them Nephandi. Fight me. Who are the Nephandi, I hear you wonder? And to put this as simply as possible, they are mages who want to obliterate existence. Not the world, the concept of existence itself. They're demon worshippers, worse demon worshippers, and corrupted souls. And again, they're mages. You know, the people in World of Darkness who are capable of literally warping reality like paper mache by thinking about it super hard. You can imagine how well a mixture of wants to end reality and has the power to bend reality goes for everyone other than themselves. Thankfully, they're subject to the same limitations as the rest of the mages, but that doesn't stop them from trying to corrupt the world through other means. And these guys are active. They infiltrate every faction, from the Council of Mystic Traditions to the Technocratic Union to, you guessed it, Pentex. This Palmer bloke said, "My father knows your father." If he's talking about Cain, it could be saying that his father is being cursed or corrupted, or oblivion itself, thing that the Nephandi want to throw all of creation into. Or maybe he means the worm. Either way, the general sentiment is that at the very least. That seems to be what he's implying. What evidence do we have to suggest that he is a Nephandi? Other than his father comment, there's a couple of things at the very least. One a vibe reason, one a meta reason that ties into the vibe reason, and finally a visual reason that could just be me looking into reasons where there aren't any, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. So the vibe reason, this glitchy thing, and the meta reason. In the Norfolk Wizard game live played at Ogre Papanunku, they talk about Nephandi in a sort of Lovecraftian way. This fits with the glitchy thing. To me, it has this uncomfortable, otherworldly vibe, which feels like it fits the general tone used there. And the visual reason is the scarf thing he's got. If you take a look, it's lined with triangle patterns, and the symbol used to represent the Nephandi is lined with triangles. Might just be me looking too deep into things, but it's what I've got, and I'd kick myself if it turned out to be something worth mentioning, and I didn't mention it. So that's an option. I think this bloke might be a Nephandi. If that is the case, let's just take stock of everything that we just witnessed, shall we? A Fomori got shot down by Pentex operatives of the Worm Defiler, dragged off to be beaten by a werewolf working for the enemy of all, Garou, while Chapman and Kevin were interrogated by a possible Nephandi who can possess people's minds. They are unfathomably lucky to have made it out of here unscathed. So those are all my thoughts on the situation right now. But I think I understood generally what's going on, but I guess we'll see, won't we? Hopefully you enjoyed this. It's a bit different to what I normally do, I know, but we'll call it an experiment and we'll see where we end up with it. At any rate, I'm going to go take a nap. See you!